everyone. Welcome to the Quest Show. I know I am very inconsistent. I sat here, I was going to do a pre recorded show, and I'm like, "Ugh, girl, you might as well just go live." So here I am. I am live. It is Saturday morning. I know you guys have things to do. I have things to do. So we're going to try to make this quick. And that's actually why I try to do the pre recorded ones, because I don't do all of this extra talking in it. I can like delete that part for you. So now you're going to have all this extra talking. My bad. But before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to this video. Okay, let me get things in order. All right, but let's jump right in. A lot of things happened this week. I know I will not get to them all. I apologize, but just a few things that I wrote down over the past week. So let's start with Iran. We are still at war, technically a war. I don't know. Congress never said that this was a war. So technically it is not a war, but Donald Trump calls it a war. Pete Hegseth calls it a war. Iran thinks they're at war. So apparently we are at war. However, remember Donald Trump said, no new wars. He said that, right? But we are at war, right? Like, I'm not understanding. Did he say that or didn't he say that? Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out.
Started no new, proud to be the first president in decades who started no new wars.
Oh, no new wars. Okay.
No new wars. Instead, I brought our troops back home. No new wars.
Okay.
As Donald Trump campaigned for his second term, a promise.
No new wars.
No new wars.
They said his personality will create wars. I said, no, my personality is going to keep us out of wars. Look at him, listen to him.
He said his personality will keep us out of war. His personality. That's what he said. This is his mouth. This is not AI. This is his mouth, out of his mouth.
He's going to start a war. Listen to his rhetoric. They thought I was going to start a war. Let me tell you something. I'm going to stop World War III.
And at his inauguration, he vowed to keep his promise.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier.
A unifier.
Inside the White House, he formed a team of loyalists. They'd help chart a different direction than the one he'd promised.
So that's what he said then when he wanted the vote. Let's see what he's saying right now.
But I'm doing you and everybody else a big favor. In the midst of the greatest stock market in history, in the midst of the most successful country, because as you know, in the last term, we were a dead country, Kristen. I know you're a big liberal or a big progressive.
No, I'm just a journalist.
Wrong clip. So sorry, guys. So actually, that clip was supposed to show Kristen Walker asking him about war. I don't know how this clip got cut like that. But anyway, she asked him about war. You said you weren't supposed to start any new wars. He gets upset and he's like, I never said that. I never said that. Why would I say that? I made the best army in the world. When I took office, our army was trash. Biden made the army trash. Now we have the best military. Now we have the best military in the world. I did that. Why would I say no new wars, right? And she pressed him on it. But sir, that is what you said. We just heard him say that in the previous video, right? Right. He said he never said no new wars. He got pissed at her and called her stupid. also said something else. She was crooked. I don't know. He said a lot of stuff, but then he walked off the stage. He also, oh no, you know what? And this is why it's good to have pre-record. He also was talking about election fraud. That's what she pressed him on as well. And that is what caused him to walk off the stage. See, it's so much going on. You can't even keep track of this nonsense. Like, you just cannot. In a whole week, we're dealing with FIFA. We're still dealing with ICE. We're still dealing with, like over 500 children being detained in these detainment centers. We're dealing with kids being raped in these detention centers. We're dealing with Mark Wayne McMullen saying ridiculous stuff. We're dealing with this new guy that has been appointed to be the new DNI guy. Like, there is so much. There is FIFA, there's the UFC, there's no new wars, yes, new wars. There's voter fraud, there's FBI investigate. Like, it is so hard to keep track of all of this nonsense. Like, it's insanity. But he has said about 39 times that the war has been resolved. So no, that's not just me saying it. Let's count the ways. Let's count the ways if you don't believe it. Let's count how many times he and frankly, I am sick and tired of turning on the news and to hear him with another update that the war has been resolved or is being resolved, almost finished, or in one more week, or in 2 more days, or in 3 days, or 1 week, or 1 month, or 2 months. Like, where are we right now? Let's see if there's clarity.
It's close to over, yeah. I view.
They want to make it. We have major points of agreement. They want to make a deal. And we are very willing to make a deal.
Well, I think we're going to end it. I can't tell you for sure when they want to make a deal so badly. You have no idea how badly they want to make a deal.
They want to make a deal so badly. I do see a deal in Iran. We were very close to a deal.
I think it's close to over, yeah. I view it as very close to over.
It's looking very good that we're going to make a deal with Iran, and it's going to be a good deal. This process should go very quickly. We're going to end that war very quickly. They want to make a deal so badly. We think we're close to a deal, and that's okay. We're in the final throes of what will be a very, very good deal.
Today makes 39 times that he has said something like that.
It may be 40 or 41 at this point. Who knows? But hey, there is a new deal. The new deal is to apparently give Iran $300 billion so that they can be open for discussions for 60 more days. So they're going to lift sanctions, give Iran $300 billion so that they can rebuild their infrastructure, just so Iran can agree to negotiate for 2 more months. So nothing in there about like no more, nuclear things, no more enriched uranium, like just none of the things that he kept saying that's why we're here. Like, we're still at the same place we were when he started this war, which is worse than the place we were in prior to him starting this war. So it didn't make any sense. Gas prices are high, goods are high, and the strait is still closed. And it's costing taxpayers billions of dollars. They just lost an aircraft. Was it an aircraft or was it a ship? Unclear, last week. But every time we lose one of those, that's money. They're not free. You have to replace it. Just billions of dollars of taxpayer money just being wasted. We are in so much debt. The national debt has exploded. What is it, like $30 trillion right now? But this is the person who said, no more waste, no more fraud. What is this war? If it's not a waste, that we were in no imminent threat. A nuclear bomb could not reach us. But Israel said, Benny, he said this is what we needed to do. So this is what we did. And this is where we're at. A never-ending war. Because how do you get out of this? How do you save face? We have no cards. Remember when he told what's his name in Ukraine that he had no cards? Zelensky, you have no cards. You have no cards. You might as well give in to Russia, give in to Putin. We have no cards. Trump has no cards. His art of the deal sucks. Iran is stronger than they were before. They don't care. You can keep bombing Iran. You don't win a war by just bombing. Yes, our military is better. We get that. But what is the strategy? What is the plan? There's no plan. Let's keep going. This is why I pre-record, because I talk too much, way too much. Let's hear what Ohio voters are talking about right now because of this war, because of inflation, because that also is up from, what was it, 3.8 when Trump maybe took office, or 3.7, unclear, but it is at 4.2 right now. So I don't know, seems like it's going in the wrong direction to me. Wages are pretty stagnant. What happens when, what's going to happen with this? Let's hear from some Trump voters, because they have some things to say about this.
Overnight thing, but it's been 2 years now.
Wait, let's go back.
But I can't afford to retire.
Obviously, President Trump is immensely wealthy. He's been wealthy since he was born.
Yeah.
Do you think he understands?
No. He hasn't lived it to understand it. He sees it. He has not lived it. He needs to live it. Wear the clothes. Wear the shoes. Wear your Walmart clothes. Wear your Walmart shoes. Do your thrift store shopping. Don't eat steaks. I don't get to go out to dinner. It's not an overnight thing, but it's been 2 years now. You said you'd bring down the grocery prices. Literally, I must be the most angry person when I grocery shop, because I buy the same things every week, and I see it jump every week. It is not every couple months.
Right. So that is an Ohio 3-time Trump voter. So she thought that he was going to change from the first time he was in office. Like, you keep voting, you voted for this, but you're now complaining. She also is being laid off from the factory that she works at. She voted for Trump because Trump said because no one's even talking about this part. He said factory jobs were coming back to America. We're going to make iPhones here in America. We're going to make Nike shoes in America. We're going to make all of these things in America, right? Like, that was his thing. That's what he said. Factory jobs are going to China. Her job is going to China. She is getting laid off right now. Trump doesn't give a frick about your jobs and manufacturing. He just said that shit. He was just saying that shit. But you know who created jobs and manufacturing jobs? Biden did. Not this idiot. He doesn't care. He cares about his ballroom, his UFC fight, his gold coins that he's going to be selling at this UFC fight from $250 to $12,000. His memberships, VIP membership, $1 million a plate. That is happening tonight. Pre-game, like, stop playing. So all you MAGAs and all you MAGAs in the chat, you don't even care about this stuff. Like, you don't care. Like, you're here like you care. You will never admit that this shit is ridiculous. This woman is saying she's losing her job, and you're like, so Biden, so Kamala, like, fucking grow up. That's stupid. Let's hear from another Trump voter who thought that Donald Trump was going to help them. Who's Donald Trump? Are any of the proceeds Sunday going to charity? No. Guess who's going to make a lot of money? Because guess who bought a whole bunch of stock in UFC? Guess. We'll talk about it later.
When President Trump said he wasn't going to start foreign wars, when he said he was going to bring down prices, did you believe him?
Yeah. I mean, his first term, I think he held true to everything that he said he was going to do. I think he fought for everything he said he was going to fight for. This time around, I haven't seen it. He's backtracked on every single pitch point he had during his election. He's backtracking on. All we heard was drill during the election, and now all we're getting is drilled into the dirt with these prices. So I'm not a fan of him. I voted for Trump all 3 terms. To be honest with you, I'm not a big supporter of him at this point.
And to be clear, I am in Massachusetts as well, so I don't know what 7 factories are opening up. And if factories are opening up, pretty sure that they're the extension of the CHIPS Act and the Build Back Better from Biden, because that's exactly what happens. These manufacturing companies that got the contracts under Biden are now starting to open up. So then Donald Trump takes the credit. Come on. Grok it. Chat GPT it. Like, figure it out, but do better. So there's still a plan to take Social Security, because that is still on the table, because we heard Mike Johnson on a hot mic saying that these entitlement programs, I don't know how Social Security became an entitlement, but these programs need to be cut, right? Because again, it's always the things that Americans need the most that they want to cut. Medicaid, Medicare. They want to put all these different requirements for Medicaid and Medicare, where that people receiving chemotherapy who cannot work have to work. But meanwhile, all of these people that he pardoned don't have to pay their restitutions back. So, like, the country is losing billions of dollars. Like, people who stole money, all this white collar crime, those people got pardoned by Trump, and they don't have to pay restitution now. Yay! Speaking of pardons by Trump, there's like, how many at this point? 10, 12, 15 of the J6 rioters who have been arrested for, like, raping kids, raping dogs, raping people, domestic violence, burglary. But no, those people were wrong. They were the ones wrong. The pedophiles were wrong, right? So watch somebody in the chat go, Black people commit the most crimes. Like, because that is the obvious reason. That's all they got. Like, this is what they do. Ignore that. Ignore the pedophiles that were pardoned by Donald Trump, because he just pardoned them all, right? He didn't look at case by case. He's just like, yeah, no, we're just going to pardon them all. So they went on. People he pardoned went on to rape children. But we're not going to address that. We're going to talk about Black on Black crime. Like, oh my, just stop it. So anyway, Mike Johnson was on hot mic talking about getting rid of Social Security. So when you ask the lawmakers about this, let's get their response.
You have to be working on
Mike Johnson's secret plan to cut Social Security.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good.
Notice, he is not on a phone call. He is faking a phone call so he doesn't have to answer questions about cutting Social Security.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I'll be there in just a few minutes.
No response, sir?
I'm heading your way right now. Yeah, it's over at 416.
Congressman, what is Mike Johnson's secret plan to cut Social Security?
Listen, I appreciate that. I've got some more efforts that I want to talk to you about. There are actually more things that we have to be working on. Yeah, I want to make sure that we're putting.
No response, sir.
Bill. Yeah, listen, thanks. I appreciate your help on this. I really do need some more of your input. Yeah, if you can actually reach out, I'll make sure that we do more of this. Yeah, listen, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes.
He just goes on this fake call because they don't want to answer the questions, right? Why do you want to cut Social Security? They won't answer the question. They can't even say no, right? Because the proper answer, where did you hear that? That's not what we're trying to do. He fakes a call instead. So we know the answer to that. We know the answer to that. Isn't it odd to anyone that they cut all of these programs, cancer research, like the screw worm is back. That was eradicated. Texas pets and cattle have the screw worm because Elon Musk, who is not American, who is now a trillionaire because of America, cut all these programs. Remember him with the chainsaw, just happy to fire people? Just happy to fire people. And now shit that was eradicated before is now coming back because we're idiots here in America, because we let him do that. Waste, fraud, and abuse, that's always the thing with Trump. It's fucking projection. And MAGA where do you need us to go? Where do you need us to go, Daddy? What do you want us to believe? We believe anything that you say. Yes, waste, fraud, and abuse is friggin' everywhere. There's a way to do that. But he's telling you that is so massive that we have to fire all of these people in the government, especially Black women, because that's who got the brunt of this. Women, but in particular, Black women, right? That's who got fired. That was the thing, right? We're just going to search, the find button and find Black, find DEI, find woman, find gay, and just root those people out. And those are the people that we're just going to fire. Again, meanwhile, they're robbing us. Tax fucking payer money is paying for this UFC. Who do you think is paying for the fucking extra security that they need? That is coming from fund. It's taxpayer money. That's the fund that they are using to pay for something that we're not going to. Streaming on Paramount. His buddy, Larry Ellison or Ellis, whatever his name is, that is his buddy. I see that the merger just got approved last night. Oh, wow. Big surprise, right? Big surprise. It's a big money grab. And again, MAGA's it's okay. We're okay. But Hunter Biden's laptop. We're okay with all of this. In your face grifting. In your face stealing. Just taking from the American public. Oh no, the ballroom, it was all donor money at first. People are donating. They're dying to pay for this ballroom. And then months later, what happens? Well, we're going to need to put this in the budget. What? Why are my taxpayer dollars going to a ballroom when Medicare is being cut, Medicaid is being cut, he wants to cut Social Security, all the programs that we need are being cut? we're less safe, but our taxpayer money, he's painting over like statues in Washington, D.C. He's painting those gold. He's changing the White House. He's ripping down the East Wing. Like he's doing. Why? Meanwhile, Americans cannot afford gas, cannot afford groceries. But he's running around like a friggin' DC's housewife to renovate all of DC, and the shit is tacky as fuck. It don't even look good. Then he wants his name on passports, $250 bill. Like he wants to fucking change airport names. Like he's disgusting and gross. Who wants a pedophile on this shit? I cannot wait until he's gone so we can just tear this shit up in front of him. Anyway, did we just hear the guy? Let's see. Did we hear? Yeah, we did. We heard the Ohio voters. I told you, this is why I pre-record. I talk too much. Let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. Well, I'm not going to talk about him much. He reminds me of my son. This is a horrible story. He was found guilty and sentenced to 35 years in prison? Unclear, 30 plus, like 3 decades behind bars for something that should have been seen as self-defense, because had he not been a Black person, it most likely would have been self-defense. Jury of his peers, I don't know, they're all white. I guess all white from his community, so those are his peers. But let's let this white man tell you exactly how I feel. Yeah, it's only self-defense when it's like Zimmerman, right? Like that was self-defense, or like Rittenhouse, who had his mommy drive him across state lines with a gun. That was self-defense. Like he went there for trouble, but self-defense, Zimmerman chased someone down and then got beat up and shot poor Trayvon. That was self-defense, because that's how racists think. But this is America, and this is what they love. Like they love the racism even more than they love like their own pockets, right? They would be broke, just ass broke. They would pay $10 for gas, not complain about it, as long as America stays racist. As long as this is like a white supremacist thing and there's a white supremacist in office, oh no, they will never complain about gas prices because, Trump is racist. Let him grift as long as he's, sticking it to libtards, Black people, brown people. They're good. They're good with what he's doing. He can rob them blind. They'll give him their children, right? Pedophile? No, take my daughter. We don't care. That's how they think. Back to Carmelo Anthony.
Only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Well, I hope it's better. I really do. Whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Carmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been Black, these same people that are calling Carmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as standing up. Yeah. Young man, 14-year-old man by the name of Carmack Belton was his last name. Was chased down in South Carolina. Chased. The guy had to chase him and shot him in the back. Guy that shot him was white. Belton was Black. That jury said self-defense. Because he was white. The only reason Carmelo Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking, bigoted country, and Carmelo Anthony was Black. Any other way you slice this, it would have been self-defense. We are that fucking broken.
Chud is gonna be somebody's prison wife. Stop playing. Where's Chud? Where's Chud the Builder? Where's Chud? Oh, in prison? Yeah. All right, so let's move on. What's happening now? Oh, the FBI is investigating the get out and vote voter registration in Ohio. It's funny how they have time to do that and not investigate the people mentioned in the Epstein file. That's interesting, isn't it? Just nothing else to do. There's nothing pressing to do, right? Like, yeah, there's people mentioned in that file. We don't care. We're going to go after voter registration groups who are nonpartisan. It's voter registration. No one is saying you have to vote this way. Like, that's not how this works. It's, are you registered to vote? Would you like to register? Here's how. Are you able to vote? Do you fit the requirements to vote? That's how that works, right? It's not a Democratic Republican thing. It's, are you registered to vote? Can you vote? You can? Let's see. Let's get you registered if you are able to vote. That's it. But they don't like that. They actually don't want people to vote, right? Because Black people vote more now. They don't like that. They loved it when Black people weren't really paying attention and weren't invested in voting, right? Like 70s, wasn't that many Black people voting. But now that it's, an easier process to get registered, they're like, we don't like that anymore. So we're just going to make it hard for everyone to vote, which is crazy because then it ends up making it hard for MAGA to vote as well. So they're probably shooting themselves in the foot. It's stupidity. But again, that's where we are. I don't even remember what this clip is. Hold on. Oh, right. So here, MAGA love this shit right now because they have no decorum or etiquette. So they don't understand why this is whack as fuck. But, even if we say, hey, the White House can have events, right? Like, that's not even a problem. White House can have events there. Of course they can. If this was just an event that wasn't a grift, it wouldn't be a problem because no one is arguing about the event, which this is kind of tacky as fuck in front of the Lincoln Memorial. However, okay, you got that. It's the money, the people making the money behind it. You have sponsorships. You have Bud Light, who I thought they hated because they had a trans commercial or some shit. So I thought they were canceling Bud Light, but apparently Bud Light paid enough money to have their name around the cage. So, it's Bud Light, is Bitcoin people. It's like all of these sponsorships that people paid for. It's money. Everyone is just making money. Trump and his family have made $4 billion since Trump has gone back into the White House. Again, MAGA's like, we don't care, stick it to the libtards. When in fact, they're actually being fucked over too. Like, that's the funny thing about all of this. They're too stupid to realize they're being fucked over too. They think that they're better than someone else, but like, he don't give a shit about them too. Literally called them uneducated. He said he loves inflation. Like, he knew which party that he could actually control, and it was the Republicans. He knew that. They're idiots. But let's go back here.
Look at this. Look where we're at. Look at this beautiful view. You want to act like a fucking animal? Enjoy it. Sorry, I was like an emotional little animal.
Like, look at that. Trump desecrates everything he touches. Everything. Remember, he was at Arlington Cemetery trying to do photo ops there, and the worker tried to stop them because you're not supposed to take pictures near the tombs of the unknown, those fallen soldiers. And his people got mad and actually got into an altercation with this worker. And I believe the worker spoke out, but also was pressured and just stopped talking because, MAGA are wild animals. So once they find out who you are, they're going to start sending death threats and shit like that. Because again, he doesn't like them, but he likes to use them. So that's what you do. You make them think that you're on their side so you can manipulate them and have them do your dirty work. And that's what he does.
Female, Joy, look at this. Look at this. Oh, so pretty. You see this? Looks so good on you. Yeah, it does. So good. It does. So good. I think you are fighting for this, right? So good. Okay. No, this is not the belt we're fighting. It's mine, boy. Look, it looks much better on me. Not the belt we're fighting.
Yeah. This is where we are. They will defend it. They will defend it. Look in the chat. They will defend it. This is cool. Who said this? Why can't you do photo ops? And he doesn't even like the military, like out of his own mouth. It's like, what the frick is wrong with these people? Like, I ask myself all the time, like, but you can't talk to them. You can't talk to them. You can't talk any sense into them because they think this is a game. This is all a game. It's like, it's them versus us, right? Like, that's how it is. And they, for some reason, they think that they're better because Donald Trump has made them feel like they are better when he hates them as well. The only people that he likes and enjoys are his wealthy friends. Like his wealthy friends. This shit is funny. It's like MAGA hate immigrants, but they're okay with Elon Musk, who's just making trillions of dollars. He has made, they're okay with him, but don't like immigrants. But also, their parents were probably immigrants. Donald Trump married all immigrants. Like, it's just like his parents are immigrants, but immigrants are bad. Oh, the brown ones are bad. Silly me, because they're the rapists. Are they though? Because the J6 rioters got pardoned and came out and started raping kids immediately. So make it make some sense. But anyway, one of the best things that did happen, let me see, make sure I got everything. There you go. One of the best, we didn't talk about FIFA. And that's another thing. Here we are, FIFA. America, we're the host, right? How could that go wrong? Yeah, of course it goes wrong because we're racist here. And why wouldn't we give the Somalis a hard time coming in? Why wouldn't we say, make up some shit like, oh, wow, the Somali ref has some type of ties to whatever that they're fucking making up, because they make up shit all the time. This administration just fucking lies. We already know that hands down. So he wasn't allowed in the state. They treated the Somali team like shit. They treated, matter of fact, all the African teams like shit. You know what I mean? They took longer to pat them down, to check all their bad. Like, it's just, but that's, again, that's who we are. You elect a racist, you're going to get racist things are going to happen, right? Pete Hegseth, you got him there saying, yeah, we're not going to give promotions to black people. Although they deserve it, we're not going to give them the promotions. Hegseth doesn't deserve his job. There's no merit in that. There's no merit in this guy, Jay Clayton, who just got nominated to be the next DNI, and then Pulte before him that was nominated. Where was the merit? He had zero experience, right? None of these people have experience. Most of them are coming from Fox News, right? But they want you to believe that the women, the black men, black women, those are the ones with no experience. But these white men, oh yeah, because they're white men, they must be smart. But we see Donald Trump saying stupid shit when he's awake, because most of the time he's fucking sleeping all the time. But I digress. We're going to end on a happy note. So this happened last night.
Take it down! 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 Take it down!
Yeah, take that shit down. Like, what the fuck? The audacity. This motherfucker thinks he can put his name all over DC, and that would change the fact that was found liable of rape, that he's a pedophile, that he's a racist, that he is a bigot, that he's a cheat, grift, and a felon. Like, he's still that. He could put his name, his picture all over shit. When he is gone, we're going to celebrate. We're going to be in the streets. I hope he's alive when he leaves office so that he can see us tear that shit down, because that is what's going to happen. Midterms are coming. Check your registrations. Make sure you are set. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure the people around you have a plan, because they need to be held accountable, because no one should be making this type of money off of a presidency. This is ridiculous, and he's doing it in plain sight. Enjoy your Saturday. Thank you everyone for popping in. Thank you to the MAGA, because y'all had nothing else to do on a Saturday, so why not come here and troll, because that's the only thing that you're good at. I get that. So thank you everyone. Have a good day.